Hello everyone, and welcome to the Cinema Scholar. My name is Michael, and I'm here to talk about movies. Every week I'll post a new video reviewing and analyzing recent movies and TV shows through the eyes of a college film student. Our topic for this week is Les Miserables. This one was tough to review because you have to view it as the musical Les Miserables and as a film. The music is still fantastic, and that's obviously the most important part of a musical. Unfortunately, the film itself does nothing to elevate the music beyond just music. I personally enjoyed it, but I don't blame you at all if you thought it was terrible. It was sort of on the border, really. I'll explain. If you somehow haven't experienced at least one version of Les Mis, be it the book, the musical, the manga, the miniseries, or the dozen film versions out there, Les Miserables is a story by Victor Hugo about an early 19th century Frenchman named Jean Valjean, who is jailed for 19 years for stealing a loaf of bread to feed his starving sister and her family. After being released, he struggles to find a place in society and become a force for good while being hunted by Police Inspector Javert. Let's get one thing out of the way. The music is fantastic. Even if you don't see the movie, go see the stage musical, or at least listen to the soundtrack on the biggest, most expensive sound system you can find. The acting was pretty good for the most part. Anne Hathaway in particular gives a good performance as Fantine, but I don't think it's really Oscar-worthy like everyone says. Hugh Jackman plays Jean Valjean. He wasn't great. I mean, he's a good singer, but his portrayal was rather one-dimensional. There's not enough of the sort of underlying rage against the criminal justice system that some other portrayals have had. The singing is top-notch for the most part, but I'd expect nothing less from a musical. If there wasn't good singing, it would be not the best. Notice how I said, for the most part. Unfortunately, there's one actor who gives the single worst performance I've ever seen in a musical, Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe cannot sing to save his life. I mean, honestly, what the hell happened with that? Anyone involved in this production who looked at Russell Crowe's takes and said, yeah, this is good enough, should be feeling very ashamed right now. It's probably the worst singing I've ever heard ever. He is constantly off-key, and his singing gives no sense of emotional attachment. This is the worst performance I've ever seen him give. Okay, so, despite having big-name actors and a classic script and a brilliant musical score, it was very let down by the technical aspects, which is why it's such a huge disappointment. The cinematography on the solo songs was extremely flat and uninteresting because the actors were just singing in front of a camera. That one close-up is literally all that happens for minutes on end for entire songs. We're not immersed in the world because there's nothing to see here other than the heads of the actors and some out-of-focus background stuff. And the group songs were all creatively shot and performed, allowing everyone to make full use of their talents, especially Sacha Baron Cohen as Monsieur Thénardier. The songs Master in the House and Look Down are where you get your money's worth as a moviegoer, because those are the songs where the movie takes the time to show us that things are happening in the scene other than an actor soliloquizing in a blurry void. Do you know what really bugs me about this? The costumes and sets, from what I saw, were very, very well realized. Why would a director not want to show this off? It's like he used up all his imagination in those two songs and then took a lunch break for the rest of the production. The film's pacing was also a bit strange. It was rushed towards the beginning and dragging towards the end. A friend of mine who knows his stuff when it comes to theater tells me the musical had the same problem. See, it feels like it should stop shortly after the June Rebellion, but it just keeps going and going to tie up every single loose end for every single major character. This is one of the film's many missed opportunities to improve things. As I said in my review of The Hobbit, a good adaptation should not be afraid to change things that didn't work, and this didn't work. The music is still solid and the actors are good, and the original narrative really carries the film through every negative aspect listed above, but just barely. So overall, I enjoyed this movie for the music and the music alone. It's not Singing in the Rain, but it's not bad. Give it a try, but don't expect a life-altering experience. So, this has been the Cinema Scholar. I'll see you all next time.